Hey, what is going on YouTube? My name is Murdoch, and yes, you read the title right. After 4.5 years of making graffiti related content on YouTube, good and bad, I'm finally doing it on a wall, or at least on a canvas the size of a wall. If you saw my last video, you know that I bought a canvas for $100 that's 5 foot 4 inches tall and 18 feet long. So yeah, it's pretty big. There are some slight changes I would make to it, like make it a little taller, and I do cut it so it's not 18 feet long, but it still works. So, at this point I had a canvas. Now what? Well, it was time to start planning. Now this process, it's a little out of order. I did the original sketch like 4 months ago before I started my school term from January to May, and I just got the canvas recently, but that term of school, it was a really tough term that I had to focus on, and there just wasn't really a spare moment for me to focus all this time on a great art project. Anyways, now I had the sketch. Now, like I said, I did this sketch a while ago, and while I was doing the sketch, I had no plans of turning it into a big, blown-up graffiti, like an actual piece. But after completing it, I just loved it so much, I knew this is what I had to do with it. If you can't tell, the word I've drawn is soul, inspired by the movie of the same name, which I highly recommend. Doesn't matter what age you are, it really inspired me to go all out on a sketch, but that's all it was for a long time, a sketch. As my summer break for university began, I started to experiment with colors and did a couple sketches just to experiment with the way the composition would work and how they would all blend together. Here's the finished drawing, and as you can see, I took inspiration from the movie poster. Now all that was left to do was buy the spray paint and the canvas. Hit those like and subscribe buttons for me so I can eventually, make the money back that I spent on all this spray paint and canvas. But enough talk, the planning phase is finished and it was time to make a masterpiece. Psych, I had to clean my garage first, I also put up garbage bags and stuff so I wouldn't get paint everywhere. Now it was time to make a masterpiece. To make sure I got the letter proportions, spacing, and line weights perfect, I borrowed an overhead projector from one of my friends and used a scanned copy of the drawing to scale everything up. Eventually, the pencil outline was transferred and it was time to start with the spray paint. Only thing I'd like to mention here is that I wish the canvas was even bigger, just to allow more freedom and so the lines wouldn't be as thick. Even with the skinny cap, there were parts that just didn't turn out perfect. Also, next time I think I'd paint the background color so I could paint over the drips and imperfections if I wanted to. However, I do think the drips add a bit of raw street art character to the overall piece, which I do like. Anyways, I'll stop interrupting and let you enjoy the montage. here we are, just you and me. I just completed something that I've always wanted to do, and I hope I inspired you to do the same. Whether it be related to art, sports, something entirely different, go do that thing you want to do. But before you do that, hit that like and subscribe button for me. It would really mean a lot, and I would really appreciate it. And like, if you like this video, you'll for sure like more of what's to come, so why not? Now, finally, here it is. When I first finished this piece, I was hypercritical of all the small imperfections that I noticed. But as time's gone on, it's grown on me. This is a piece I'm proud of. I can't wait to do even more.